journey to K-ville. Instead, you will be engulfed by the Wade. The Blue Devils will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Illinois' offense takes the field. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
They give it to him again. Runs through a tackle. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Illinois right back to the line. They'll try to pop the draw. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Looking for a block. It's Collins. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the Duke Blue Devils offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams, regardless of which side of the ball they play on.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there.
They will score! Touchdown, Illinois!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
They move the tight end all over. Power football with the run.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Now they're going to throw it. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Just something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Running back searching for a hole. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a... They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The completion well past the sticks. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils! And he tacks on the extra point. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football, because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Makes the grab. It's Love. Gets it past the marker for a 1st down, and that's the way we will wrap up the 1st quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. Down to start the drive after the break. going to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. No huddle offense to the line. Now they'll run the draw. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. It's a big stride inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Illinois lining up quickly. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Fighting Illini.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems.
Oh, look out! He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice backs and limiting his carries.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdowns. 1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. And the extra point is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Arkansas took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. And for a program that's won double-digit conference titles between the SEC and the old Southwest Conference, this is big time. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Makes the grab outside. It's Bob. Illinois right back to the line. They'll leave it with him. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Collins. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the grab over the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in their zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
That pass is incomplete, and they're
getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Blue Devils will call on their punt team. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Using the quick game. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Griffin. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. They'll try to get it through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Illini!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Showing the arm strength to the left. Snags it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Collins. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established.
Ball in the air, intercepted! Taking it the other way. Quick step and go. And they capitalize not only... Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Feeling some heat. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. And it's no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
And Reese, listen, we already know he already threw the interception in the last drive. We got to get this together. This is a couple bad plays that we put together now. If I'm an OC, I'm going to make this simple. Maybe I run the football. Maybe I get him a screen, something easy, maybe to get him a little bit back in the rhythm.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The Illinois offense returns to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Grab near the marker. It's Valentine. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
It'll be a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, the offense was trying to go draw, make it look like pass, but I'll tell you, the linebackers went for it. They came down hard, quickly, got into the backfield, and got the tackle for the loss.
The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands. It's Valentine.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Makes the tackle at the 24, but from inside the 10 to across the 20 on the pickup of 15. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Quarterback checking the play. He's looking for a man on second down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
On third down, he drops to throw. On the run, still looking. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Blue Devils want to move quickly. The give to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The run from the shotgun. At the 40, there he goes. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Caught over the middle. It's Stenson. They get him down after he makes a catch.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Gonna run it. It's Richard. They stop him right on the edge of the red zone. A pickup of 5 to the 20.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the quarter, and Illinois has the lead here. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Quickly complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play thrown.
Got it.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Just a crushing mistake on the penalty. Wipes out the touchdown, and now they'll have to try to get it together and score again. This defense has forced a couple of 3rd downs, but they haven't been able to get off the field. Can they force the field goal attempt on 3rd? Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Illinois lining up quickly.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. He's going to pass. Fires to the right. It's caught. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They make the... game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Try and play action. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Takes the handoff. It's Valentine. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. On the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Up-tempo for the offense. Wants to fire on 2nd down. That's caught. It's lobbed. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He's got the back in the middle. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Looking to move it through the air. He's right on target. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. He wants to throw. Gets it out fast. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Blue Devils moving quickly to the line. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Going over the top. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Duke. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Lofts one deep down the right side. He's got it at the 15. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And a chance, perhaps, to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Illinois! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. On 1st down, here comes this offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. He wants to throw it again. Rifles it down the middle. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Illinois offense returns to the field. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, Dave.
Especially in the fourth quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, this goes back to being a two-possession game.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
The give to the back, fighting off the defender. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The quarterback takes a knee. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. That thing was down for a while, but it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college football nowadays, right? This is how it works. A ton of points. Defenses learn as you go, but you got to get better. You got to force some turnovers, critical, negative plays. Just can't give up so many points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.